gift of dreams, the gift of giving, and the gift of gratitude. So, the writer and author explained how the gift of dreams are, are important. Uh, it says that if we dream, then we will be able to make those dreams true, and we will be able to grow. Uh, that to dream or for anything, you need not to be of any particular age. The author showed the example of Walt Disney, who has the passion to dream even on the deathbed. And 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 the author explained that your dreams should be like that sustaining your passion. It should not be basically the dream that you just want to stop any particular point. The another example that the author shared, that uh, that a person thought of dreaming to retire at 50, but then he committed suicide. So your dream should be that the life sustaining dream. So that make dream should grow you in your life. That should be the message that author want to give with the gift of dream. And then the another gift that the author discussed, the gift of giving. So we always think that we can give the money, but it is not like that. The author explained that we have time, efforts, and services that we can give, we can share with others. How just Jason successfully completed his 30 days of giving. He small things he share with with the people, just sharing the parking space, umbrella, some helping neighbors, many things that he shares. So in a small things, we have many things in the day-to-day life that we can share or give to others. Then the next chapter, the gift of gratitude. So we should make our golden list, that how we can express our gratitude to the persons who are helping us or supporting us. So we should show the gratitude. We should, and we discussed yesterday that we should avoid egos, and just show the gratitude. How just we maximum we can show the gratitudes. So this way we completed these three chapters, and now I think today we will be able to complete this small book. So I will present the screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. Chapter 13, the gift of a day. Life at its essence boils down to one day at a time. Today is the day. As we entered 11th month of Jason Stevens' pursuit of the ultimate gift, I realized that during this month we would pass the 1 year anniversary of Red Stevens' death. My thoughts were often of my longtime friend and companion. Red Steven and I had come from two totally different worlds, and outwardly we had seemed to have very little in common. But somewhere we had found a point of common ground between us that enabled us both to develop and nurture a friendship through 5 decades. I will always remember Red Stevens as being bigger than life. While I felt comfortable in the confines of my office in Back Bay, Boston, Red Steven always seemed at home in Texas. Somehow it seemed to fit him. It takes a place like Texas to build men like Red Stevens. I had heard it said before that no one is ever alone if he or she has just one friend. I came to believe that no one could be alone if he or she ever had a friend like Red Stevens. I knew he would always be with me. I felt pride and responsibility that he had selected me to accompany Jason and Jason through each step of the journey towards the ultimate gift Red had planned for him. These thoughts were in my mind when Jason Steven arrived, and we settled into those familiar places in our law firm's conference room. Right on cue, Red Stevens came to us once again via the video tab and the large screen at the end of the room. He smiled and boomed, "Congratulations, Jason. Since I am talking to you today, I know that Mr. Hamilton approved of your handling of the gift of gratitude last month. Jason, I want you to know that as I was contemplating the ultimate gift I wanted to present you through my will, I spent a lot of time thinking about you. I think you gained a permanent place in my golden list each morning. I am thankful that you and I share a family heritage, and I sense a spark in you that I have always felt in myself. We are somehow kindred spirits beyond just our family ties. Out of the corner of my eye, I could just Jason, I could see Jason nodding his head as Red spoke. Red continued, "As I have been going through the process of creating my will and thinking about my life and my death, I have considered all of the elements in my life that have made it special. I have reviewed many memories and I carry them with me like a treasure. When you face your own mortality, you contemplate how much of life you have lived versus how much you have left. It is like the sand slipping through an hourglass. I know that at some point I will leave the last day of my life. I have been thinking about how I would want to live that day or what I would do if I had just one day left to live. I have come to realize that if I can get that picture in my mind of maximizing one day, I will have mastered the essence of living because life is nothing more than a series of days. If we can learn how to live one day to its fullest, our lives will be rich and meaningful. Jason, during the next 30 days, I want you to plan how you would live the last day of your life. And at the end of the month, I want you to give the details to Mr. Hamilton. I think you will discover how much life can be packed into one simple day. And then I hope you will discover the same thing I have discovered. Why should we wait until the last day of our lives to begin living the maximum day? You have all the tools and elements you will need to design this last day for yourself. I wish you well today and every day of the rest of your life. Red Steven vanished from the screen. Jason let out a deep sigh and said, "You know, I have never really thought about dying or the last day of my life." I smiled and responded, "When I was your age, I did think about it much either, but I think what your great uncle is trying to teach you is that there is a lot to be gained by thinking through the process. And I believe the younger you are when you learn this lesson, the more quality you will have in your life." Jason and I rose and shook hands, and he left to go about his months of discovery in the realm of the gift of day. Unlike Jason, I had indeed thought quite a bit about how I might spend the last day of my life and all of the things I would want to pack into the that 124-hour period. These thoughts were much on my mind throughout the entire month. At the end of the month, Jason Steven entered my office with the demeanor and courage of a man on a mission. He sat down in one of my client chairs and Miss Hastings took the other. Jason, it's wonderful to see you again, I said, and I hope the month has been fruitful for you. It has been great, Jason blurted out excitedly. But I am not sure a day is long enough to cram in all the things I would want to do before I die. What I found to be amazing is the fact that the things I would most want to accomplish on the last day of my life are really simple and ordinary things. When I first started thinking about the process, I thought I would want to climb a great mountain or create some wonderful art or something, but after much thought, I have come to realize that my perfect day would be filled with the best of simple things. Jason paused and looked at both Miss Hastings and me. He reached into his jacket pocket and drew out a single sheet of paper. He glanced at his notes and began again. Well, on the last day of my life, I would like to wake up early in the morning. There is certainly no time to waste. Before even getting out of the bed, I would go through all of the things I am grateful for, create my mental golden list. But unlike the list we talked about last month with 10 things, I think on the last day of my life, I would have to add many more things to the list for which I am thankful. I would like to have an early breakfast outdoors on a patio or balcony with group of very special friends. I would tell them how much they mean to me, and I would want to give them each a gift that would be the recipe for getting the most out of their days and therefore their entire lives. After breakfast, I would want to call a number of people who have been special to me. People like Gus Cardwell in Texas, the people at the Red Stevens Library in South America, all of the boys at the home up in Maine, and many others. I would also want to call all of my relatives and other people with whom I have not had a good relationship. I would want to tell each of them I am sorry for whatever has gone wrong between us, and I would want to ask them to do what I am doing, which is simply hold on to all the good memories and release all the bad ones. For lunch, I would like to take my friend Brian to his favorite restaurants and buy him anything he wanted. I would ask him to share with me the dreams he has for his life. During the afternoon, I would like to enjoy some of the simple pleasures, including a walk in the park, hopefully with the little girl named Emily I met earlier this year, followed by a trip to the art museum, a brief outing on a sailboat around Boston Harbor. Then in the evening, I would like to have a special banquet for all of my friends and their friends, and I suddenly would want both of you there. At the end of the banquet, I would like to step up on a platform and share with everyone the gifts that my great uncle Red Stephen left to me. I would want to have it videotaped so that my dream of sharing this wonderful gift with other young people like me could go on after I died. Jason glanced up at Miss Hastings and me and then back down to his sheet of paper. After several moments, he folded the paper and put it back into his jacket pocket. Well, there are many other things I thought of to do, and they are all good, he said, but those are the ones I thought I could fit into my last day. I smiled and responded, Jason, I can't think of any better way to spend one's last day. I think we can all agree that you have come to a wonderful understanding of what your Uncle Red had in mind in the gift of a day. Jason stood and shook my hand warmly and actually gave Miss Hastings a brief hug. As she escorted him to the elevator, I couldn't help but remember the sullen, angry young man who has come into my office just 1 year earlier. I knew that Red Steven was smiling down on us. Sumanji, you want to take on this talk from here?
Yes, yes. Chapter 14, The Gift of Love. Love is a treasure for which we can never pay. The only way we keep it is to give it away. I must admit to having mixed emotions as I awaited Jason Stevens' arrival for what I knew would be the beginning of our last monthly journey together in this year long odyssey of discovery. I was elated about the progress Jason had made, and I felt confident and excited about the future he had before him. But I was also struck with the sense of loss that comes at the end of any difficult but meaningful journey. I felt in a way as if I would be losing my longtime friend Red Stevens once again because I would not be able to look forward to these monthly visits. On the other hand, if I had learned anything from going through this transformation with Jason, it was a fact that the best of Red Stevens would always be with me. Miss Hastings called me on the intercom to let me know that Jason Stevens had arrived. I met them in the conference room, and I believe they both, in a way, were sharing the same mixed emotions I felt. Miss Hastings performed her now familiar ritual of taking the videotape from the box Red Stevens had left in our vault along with his will. She put the tape in the video player at the end of our conference room. Red Stevens' image appeared on the large screen, and knowing Red began, Jason, I want to congratulate you for making it to the last step of the ultimate gift I planned for you. I'm very proud that you obviously made it through the learning process involved in the gift of a day from last month. I don't know what you planned for your last day, but I know it was judged acceptable by Mr. Hamilton. I would imagine that the activities you planned for the day were much like mine, very simple and somewhat ordinary. If we are living our lives the way we should, everything should be in such an order that we would not change the last day of our life from any other day. Please always remember that none of us is guaranteed a long life. We are not guaranteed anything but today. Also, I think if you will consider it, you will realize that there is probably nothing that you would plan for your last day of life that you could not do today or tomorrow. Somehow, I think life's tragedies are made up not as much of the great failures as much of the simple pleasures and kind gestures missed. Red Stevens paused, and I could feel his emotions and all of ours as we sat in the darkened conference room. Finally, he continued, Jason, in this last month, I am going to introduce you to one part of my ultimate gift to you that encompasses all of the other gifts as well as everything good you will ever do, have, or know in your life. That is the gift of love. Anything good, honorable, and desirable in life is based on love. Anything bad or evil is simple life without the love involved. Love is a misused and overused term in our society. It is applied to any number of frivolous things and pursuits. But the love I am talking about in the gift of love is the goodness that comes only from God. Not everyone believes or acknowledges that, and that's okay. I still know that real love comes from Him, whether or not we know it. Since love is a part of each of other gifts you have experienced throughout this year, during the next 30 days, I want you to explore how love is involved in all the other gifts and prepare to share what you find with Mr. Hamilton. Please remember that your attitude and your performance are still being judged. And if you fail, even in the 12th month, you will not be receiving the entire ultimate gift I have planned for you. My warning to you is not meant to be threatening, but holding you to the highest standard in my own way is the greatest act of love I can show you. Red Stevens' image faded, and the screen was once again dark. Jason sat motionless for several minutes. I knew that he was deep in thought. Finally, we all stood and quietly left the conference room. It was almost as if we had been to a memorial service for Red Stevens. I felt it was a fitting tribute to my oldest and dearest friend. On the last day of the month, Miss Hastings ushered Jason into my office. They both sat in their familiar places, and we exchanged brief greetings. I could tell that Jason had much on his mind. Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Hastings, Jason began. I do not have the words to express what this process over the last year has meant to me. I am simply not the same person I was a year ago. I feel that in many ways today is my birthday. I want to thank you both for being a part of it. I noticed that Jason's eyes seemed moist and Miss Hastings' seasonal allergies seemed to act up at that very moment. I will admit to feeling a lump in my own throat. Jason took a deep breath and launched into his report. During the first month of this year, I was angered and very resentful of not receiving an inheritance like everyone else in the family. I was further frustrated when I learned about what I thought then was a crazy plan for the entire year. Then I found myself learning about the gift of work with Gus Gladwell down in Texas. Scroll. At that time, love was the furthest thing from my mind when Gus Gladwell ordered me to dig post holes and build a fence. But as I look back on it, I realize that Mr. Gladwell had a great love for my Uncle Red and passed that on to me. He loved me enough to make sure that I learned the entire lesson that my Uncle Red planned for the gift of work. I also learned that there is a certain love which comes from doing a job well. When you can step back at the end of a long, hard day and watch the sun set over a straight and strong fence that you built yourself, you get the feeling that everything is right with the world. During the month when I learned about the gift of money, I learned that loving money leads to a hollow, empty existence. But when you learn how to love people and use money, everything is in its proper perspective. From the gift of friends, I learned that you can love others in a way I had never known. When you just worry about yourself, you are always disappointed. But when you think about others and their well being first, everything works out best for you and for them. From the gift of learning, I discovered that people who have no material things but a passion to learn and a true love of learning are really quite wealthy. This love for knowledge has come into my life, and I cannot believe that I was so self centered that I ignored the wisdom of the ages, that as I pursued my own self destruction. The gift of problems taught me that obstacles are nothing more than a challenge that we face. Before this year, I looked at problems as something that was totally bad, something that had to be dealt with, or better yet, ignored. But when you look at your problems through a spirit of love, you realize that there is a grand design to this world, and the problem is given to you for the lesson it will teach you and the better person it will make you. From the gift of family, I learned that families are present when love is present. People can become a family when they add love to their relationships. Without love, families are just a group of people who share the same family tree. The gift of laughter taught me that in order to love life, you have to enjoy it. And when you can laugh at the good things and the bad, you will begin to feel the love life really has to offer. During my exploration of the gift of dreams, I came to understand that life has been given to us with a sense of love for everything around us. Our passions and dreams and goals are the outward manifestations of the love we feel inside. Before I experienced the gift of giving, I thought that if you gave something away, someone else now possessed it, and you were left with less than you had before. In reality, when you give out of love, both the giver and the receiver have more than they started with. The gift of gratitude taught me that we can truly feel and experience love when we remember and enjoy all the wonderful things we have been given. And finally, from the gift of a day, I learned that if I only had 24 hours left to live, I would want to feel and experience as much love as I could and pass it on to as many others as possible. Jason paused and cleared his throat. I was just about to tell him that I heartily approved of his mastery of the gift of love when he continued. If I were going to really try to define the gift of love in tangible terms, I would have to cite as an example what my Uncle Red did for me and what he gave me during this last year. When we truly love others, our love makes each of us a different person, and it makes each one we love a different person too. My uncle's red love for me in giving me the ultimate gift forever changed my life and who I am. Jason rose to his feet and hugged Miss Hastings. He stepped around my desk and hugged me as well. He thanked us both for everything and let us know that he looked forward to staying in touch with us in the future. As Jason put his hand on the doorknob, I stopped him by saying, "Just a minute, Jason. There is one more step in the ultimate gift that you don't know about." Chapter 15, The Ultimate Gift.
I
In
think,
the, yeah,
Pallavi, you want to read?
Good morning, everyone. Maybe later. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay.
yes, anyone else wants to read?
Let me read it.
Yeah, please.
Vidya here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. The ultimate gift. In the end, life lives to its fullest in its own ultimate gift. Jason turned with a bewildered look on his face and said, "I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Hamilton. We did all 12 of the gifts that Uncle Red mentioned, and he said that this month would be the last one." Well, as Red Stevens' attorney and as executor of his estate, I replied, I can tell you that he had one last bequest in his will that would only may it be available if all the conditions were met. As the sole arbiter of each of the conditions, I can tell you that they have all been met and exceeded. Jason continued to appear perplexed and said, I really don't know what you're talking about. I thought. Miss Hastings interrupted and said, I realize you thought you were done, but there is one more step. If you will follow me into the conference room, I do believe all things will become clear. We adjourned to the conference room, and in a few moments, Red Stevens was once again speaking to us from the video screen. Jason, he said, I want to tell you how proud of you I am. You have completed each element and received each part of the ultimate gift I had planned for you. I wish that I had come into possession of all the 12 gifts as early in life as you have. Now that you have received the ultimate gift, not only do you have the privilege of enjoying it, but you have the responsibility of living your life to its fullest with each gift in balance. You have the further responsibility of passing along the ultimate gift whenever it is possible. Can you scroll up? I wish I could be with you to simply watch the wonderful things that are going to happen in your life, but somehow, in my own way, I suspect I will be with you. Jason, I have done a lot of things, but the best of them may well be passing the ultimate gift on to you. Please don't let me down. Make the gift grow and be fruitful. Make your life an extension of the ultimate gift you have received. If you will do all of these things, you you scroll up, please. You will have in your own way given to me your version of the ultimate gift. The image of Fred Stevens faded away for what would be the last time. As the lights went up, Jason leaped to his feet and, with a confident look on his face, said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use every element of the ultimate gift, and I'm going to find a way to pass it on to deprived people who are as I was a year ago. I had no idea that the greatest gift anyone could be given is the awareness of all the gifts he or she already has. Now I know why God made me and put me on this earth. Now I understand the purpose for my life and how I can help others find their purpose. Jason once again headed for the door, and once again I stopped him, this time by saying, Young man, I have never seen anybody in such a hurry to leave. Jason turned around with the same bewildered expression on his face. I'm sorry, Mr. Hamilton. I just thought, I know you thought you were done. I interrupted. If you will just yes, uh, sit back down, I will discharge my final duty with regard to Red Stevens' last will and testament. Miss Hastings handed me the voluminous document, and I turned to the appropriate page. I was just getting my reading glasses out of my pocket when Jason blurted out, I just thought. I interrupted Jason again by scolding him playfully. Young man, never interrupt a duly appointed attorney when he is trying to discharge his final duty. Miss Hastings laughed and added, especially when the attorney is 80 years old. We all laughed together, and I read from the document. And to my great nephew, Jason Stevens, I leave control of my charitable fund. Its current value is somewhere slightly over $1 billion. As my great nephew has shown himself to be responsible and able in every area of life, he will have the sole control of this charitable trust fund, which supports the Red Stevens Home for Boys, the Red Stevens Library Program, several scholarship programs, hospitals, and many other worthy institutions. I direct Jason to use the wisdom and experience he has gained as a recipient of the ultimate gift to manage these projects and any others that he deems significant. Jason sat back in his chair, totally stunned. Finally, after several false starts, He said, "Do you mean that I'm in charge of all of those things?" I gave him a formal look and tone, answering, "As I read the document, it would seem to be the case." As I read the document, it would seem to be the case. You are in charge of all of the aforementioned and anything else you feel to be significant. Jason lit up. A smile spread across his face. He looked towards Miss Hastings and back to me, saying, "I could use part of the charitable trust to spread the ultimate gift all around the world." Miss Hastings replied, "If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's what Red Stevens had in mind all along." Jason hugged both of us again, thanked us profusely, and parted. Miss Hastings and I at the sat back down at the conference room table and simply drank in the feeling of elation and success. "Do you notice," she observed, "that he never asked about his income or wages or anything else like that?" I nodded with a smile, and as we both reflected on the amazing transformation that Jason had made in 1 year. Finally, ever vigilant Miss Hastings left the conference room to complete her many duties for the day. I was left alone in the conference room, and I couldn't resist rewinding the videotape and watching Red Stevens' last message one more time. When it was over, I spoke to the darkened screen. "Well, old friend, I believe this is where we finally do part company. I wish I could tell you how thankful I am to be included in the ultimate gift, and I wish I could tell you all of the wonderful things Jason has done and is going to do." As I walked out of the conference room, I realized Red did know, and in his own way, would be watching with me as Jason lived out and passed on the ultimate gift.
I think we have completed this book. Thank you everyone for completing this book.
It was a beautiful read today. I somehow was not so present all the other days, but today I was, and it was a wonderful reading. And thank you, Anil, for taking this up. It was a wonderful initiative how you took it. So
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you for choosing this and taking us through this.
No, no, Mansi, just thank you and Rajesh ji, and just supporting and just motivating me to just the everywhere that the Rajesh ji and you supported me just for taking the lead.
Actually, I played a very passive role this time, so it everything is just you and Rajesh. So I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I actually missed many parts of the book because of my absence at times and or coming late. So I would really want to catch up. I really love the end though, and I love the concept of thinking about your last day. In fact, I feel everyone should do this exercise. And somewhere I don't know who Rajesh, if you were there or any of you were there for with us for the Go Giver book, but I think somehow this book reminded, especially the end, reminded me of that book, kind of little bit. That is also a wonderful read. I would highly recommend that if anyone wants to read it. So
So
yeah,
so we
thank you for the
Yes, yes. So we think that the how just we can plan our last day, but here the author simplified that the simple things that we need to do on the last day, very simple things, that just calling to the friends, wake up early, taking so nothing is special. That the way how just we want to spend our day, that way that we should spend the last day. That the it's a completely different thing that I just read today in the on the last day, that how we can do that.
Yeah,
actually
and
I could also resonate so much with it. Like actually we would do those things only, right? We would want to spend time with the family and loved ones and maybe yeah, actually I could resonate. It was so beautiful. Yes, Oman, please.
yeah, I was saying, and life is so unpredictable. So he wanted to give the message that whatever day you are living, think it as your last day and live it to the fullest.
Yes, correct.
The
And
last
the
chapter
gift,
was, yeah, yeah, please
yeah,
go
yes.
ahead.
No, just I was saying the gift of love now, so that the way that Jason connected all the gifts with the gift of love, how just he described that in each gift that the love is there. So that the as author explained ki that we misuse the word give love, but here that he just connected the love with the God, ki that the God is always available there and he's giving us the love in many ways, that but that we don't acknowledge that. So that way he says ki that we should be the goodness that is coming from the God for each and everything what we have in our life, that is from the God. So that love he defined differently the love.
Yeah, very true. And one of the another takeaway was that whatever we are doing, one part of our will should be charity. Charity in a proper way, that where it is needed. We
Yeah.
should plan that also. Yes.
And that the Jason Steven, the first day when he joined this project, he was very angry. Just was just he was thinking what he will get from his uncle as under will. Now that after this all these 12 months, he just completely changed. That he as the this Mr. Hamilton Hastings was thinking that he will ask how much wages, how much money that he will get. But on the last month of the project, he didn't ask anything that what will be there. He just completely changed and just what he gained that the how just he has a, what he has experienced in last 12 months. He just got the ownership all those things, and that he will manage all these things, so that the completely changed. So author in the initially claimed that this book can change, that change give the different learning and change the people. But here there are the many things if we implement, we I, we implement in our life, that can bring the many improvement in our life also. Very many small things are there. Vidyaji, do you want to share anything? I think you joined first day, or earlier you have joined sessions for this book.
No, I didn't join the previous days. So, but I have read this book, so I know a little bit, meaning I remember a little bit of this book. And yeah, so it's just right for 1 week, I think, right? 5 days. You finish the book in 5 days. I was thinking maybe it'll go on for a little longer. But the overall, the book is about, what is really important in life. What do we think are not, what we kind of take for granted in our life. Those are the things that we need to value. Like this person, Jason, he learns the hard way, or, the each one of the gifts, he realizes that these are important to him over the this book. And in that way, I think the readers also identify that, yeah, this is also important. So this is, one way of making us kind of realize our own gifts in life.
Yes, true, true. The gift of work, the hard work, so many things that the small things that the author narrates, and then we can include in our life.
Yeah.
These are the core qualities that he has mentioned. Actually, they make all other gifts valuable.
Yes.
I would just request Rajesh or Anil, like, to just today, since we are finishing with the book, just list down all the gifts and please share na in the group, or maybe one liners around them or something, anything that you maybe you like, the AI won't give that summary, but I don't know. Rajesh, are you like doing a summary? Are you guys planning to do a summary of this book too, or what is it like? Or are we just going to? Can we give a AI or some other summary where we know all, we can see all through all the gifts together?
Yeah, yeah, that we can give. We have not planned anything in this separate session. that I will discuss with Anil, and then we can plan for it if there's
Yeah,
anything.
you don't have to, like, that's okay.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that need not be like
yeah.
for
We will
everyone.
combine.
It's up to
We
you.
will combine everything on one page, and we will share all gifts. Yeah, at least a few lines about
Yeah, I think
all in
even
one book.
AI, with the help of AI
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can quickly do it by sharing the PDF or something.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
you
Also,
know,
yeah. You
this
can.
one
chapter
more
was
thing.
in itself the crux of all the chapters.
Yeah,
It,
yeah, it was very beautiful, but I have missed on reading on all the book gifts very consciously, so I just wanted to go through. Also, one
Yeah,
more
we'll share.
realization which I had reading today's chapter, like listening to it. So basic, I also realized one thing that when things comes to us easily, na, we don't value them enough, or we don't understand certain lessons without going through certain experiences. So sometimes, as they say, right, you have to earn some things. If it's given to you very easily, you will not understand the real crux of it, or the real value of something. So that is something that was a stark realization today.
Yes, correct, correct. So we will give today the list of all the gifts and the summary, the separate session that we me and Rajesh ji can discuss, and then we can plan that separately.
Yeah, yeah, it's not
Yeah.
compulsory, it's up to you. Also, Anil, how was your experience overall, leading the book and taking this initiative and all of that?
And so before sharing the experience, I just want to say the whosoever is this Rajesh ji or you people lead now, that it's not that easy. It looks like easy that you will come with the books, but when you are leading the book, you have to be very much prepared. And I can imagine that the when we were reading the last book, the Surrounding by Idiots, now, so that I can imagine that how just Rajesh ji was leading that book. So when you are leading the one, then you need to be that ready the first that what how you need to be there with the ready with the summary of last day, and that what you need to discuss today, so that all these things, so small things that we need to do, we need to be ready. And while I'm reading the leading the book, then I, apart from reading that, I am also making summary and presenting here, so I also able to get understand the chapters more, that I am when I'm preparing the summary, I'm reading again that summary. So it, apart from reading this, the summary and everything, the experience what everyone is sharing, so that give you the more insights into the books. So it's always when you read the book, then you get again and again that the same thing 2 or 3 times you read that or understand that thing, so that remain with you for a, so that way this is the leading is giving the another experience uh, in the that the you are able to retain the more content of the book with you.
That is absolutely true. I really can vouch on that, because I have also realized that whenever we lead personally, we learn more and we are more attentive, and we somewhere the energy is very different. We show up very differently when we are leading, and that is why I would highly recommend everyone to please take it as a chance and give it a try, because we have experienced it differently. Rajesh would agree. The books that we ourselves lead and the books when we are just attending at part as participants, our attention's level is very different overall, and it's a total different gain out of the book that we are leading. So yeah, totally agree with you.
And
We
Mansi,
learn
I
so
can,
much more.
and Mansi, I just suggest ki then whenever say if that you are leading any book, then we can say ki on a particular day that the Vidya ji or Suman ji can lead. So that way also, matlab, instead of leading the complete book, 1 or 2 days they can lead that book. So that way we can also do.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. We can try that. That
So
is
that
also
can also,
okay.
so
Like
that
you're saying hosting part and all, na? Like that can be
hosting a
taken care
particular
of.
that day that the reader can also host, that can plan, that can be planned in advance, but that can also be done.
Yeah, the only thing is we don't want to add any pressure or anyone as such. We don't want to make everything too structurized. So the only thing what we do is we offer a lot of flexibility. So we just see like whoever wants to do it, they can do it their way. So there is no compulsion as such. So that's the
Yes.
only thing. Like every person have a different style and energy of doing things, right? So we want them to explore that. That's the only thing.
Correct.
So yeah, we can try some book like that. Maybe some other book like where it's not connected, where it's like short stories or something like that. Maybe we can do it that way also. Like yeah, sure, we can do that. Also for the next book, if anyone is willing, because we can, you can please take the lead. No, not an issue. If anyone is willing to, we are all there to support. Someone or the other will be there for sure. Otherwise, I can do, but I need someone with me this time, like because I will be a little short on time, so I won't be able to be there for the full time. So even for this book, I was not fully present. Today I am. So I just, if anyone wants to just be there as a partner, I would also be okay doing it. So yeah, you can DM or you can message or however. Rajesh, what do you suggest?
Nothing. First of all, I just want to thank Anil for taking this book and leading this entire book, leading this book entire this week. He nicely come up with it every day, come up with something interaction, and nicely he hosted and gave the summary. And next day he started with that what we have done in the yesterday, what we read in yesterday. He summarized everything. First of all, thank you so much, and congratulations for completing successfully the first book, leading it. Hope you had a great learning from this experience, and you had a different experience from this entire session reading the book.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And,
Completely different.
yeah. Thank
And
you
then
so much
I
for.
thank you that all you have supported that. The first day when I was not able to find the PDF that when you and the Mansi are amazing that the even the without your support is what not possible.
That's
It's,
always will be there. Yeah, glad that I think you took it up and nicely connected. So, yeah, Mansi, we can think about I think the next book. Anyone would be okay. I think Mansi already raised the concern. Would request also anyone
I
would be
can come and we can Mansi and we can together do that.
Okay, okay, yeah, no problem. We'll pick
Yes.
some book. Like let's see. I have a few books on my mind. Let's see. We'll pick. We put a poll, and then you can be there. Like because I might have to leave a little early.
Okay.
In the
Okay.
next few days. So
Okay.
maybe after that you can just take care of the, and na summary and all also now na how to
Uh-huh.
put the summary. I don't
Yes.
if
Yes.
Rajiv was doing it or you. Okay,
Yes.
okay. So we can all do it collectively, no problem. Rajesh will also be there, right? And others are also there. Anyone else who wants to do it collectively, like maybe with Anil or someone else?
Yes,
There.
coming week.
I can do collectively.
Okay, Pallavi, then you do it. Like you want to take the lead?
No, in collectively, actually, I prepare tiffin during 7 to 7:30 now. So starting somebody can take it, then I can take a lead.
Okay, okay. Then we'll have to see how we can do it because
But coming week onwards, I won't be available in the beginning. I
I
will
can
cover
I can do it with somebody.
the
Vidya here.
recording also somebody
everyone
will
is
be
ready
taking
to
care.
do it with somebody.
Y-
So I'll take a back seat. I would suggest some other two people take it. Like I will be there as a participant, but leading I'm saying like you so that you get to pick your choice of book also. So
No,
you do that.
Mansi, I suggest you that you suggest the book. Then I can take the lead along with Vidya and Pallavi.
No, but how will we manage with so many people? I don't know. Like I have not thought of that.
Sharing part of the book I can't do because of my daughter. I am doing multitasking in the morning, but I can lead. I am ready to take any gratitude book. The one suggested by the three books suggested by mm,
Let's see. We'll decide like how to, because if we are more than one or two people, we'll also have to decide how to divide the roles, right? Like who will do what types and what time and who will be available accordingly. So
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
plan it out. Let's see. We'll think through.
That's okay, Mansi. I think if Pallavi is, she's available, she's just not available to share in the morning, and she may be having some, something in the background that she needs to be a little aware of. We can support her. I don't think that should be a problem. But
Yeah,
she and
yeah, not a
Anil can, can do this. I'm happy to support.
Okay, yes, let's see how we can do it, and we'll think about it, and we'll just give us 1 day's time, and then we'll just maybe separately message or put it in a group or do something like we'll discuss on that and decide. Okay, because even I'm not very clear about, and let me also see what books we can think of, or any one of you, you can any, especially the ones who are leading, uh, they would want to take a book of their choice or want to put a poll of few books of their choice, that would be good. So just shortlist any books if you have in your mind already. So that is also good. We are obviously there to suggest, but I'm just sharing. Like if you want to take
Okay.
anything, you can put out that names too. Yeah, Pallavi and Anil.
Yeah, yeah,
Vidya,
yeah.
you will be supporting, right, this time?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe next time you can lead and someone else can support.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah. So yeah, no problem. Yeah, that will be fine. Great. So yeah. Any other book you have in your mind, Pallavi and Anil, other than gratitude, Pallavi? Or Anil, you have anything on your mind?
As of now, I don't have, but the any kind of self-help book, I normally prefer to read those books. So I will suggest. I let me see.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. Also, you will have to also see that how committed can you be, like for 1 week, 2 weeks. Accordingly, you will have to pick a book also, like like a longer or a shorter book, because this book you could finish in 1 week's time, right? but
Yes.
but if there is a longer book, it can take over like 2 to 3 weeks, so you'll have to be available and committed for that period of time, so you'll have to check on that also,
Yes.
from our experience.
So I
and
have
and
one
also I have
suggestion.
one suggestion. Like since it's the last, like we are now at the closure of the year, so something in relevance to that would be good, for everyone collectively as such. Yeah, yeah, Rajesh, please go on.
Okay, generally we conduct a poll in our group, and based on a number of votes, we continue. With the last one, we choose the book the, led by Anil, which chose the book without any having any poll with his preference. So the next book I would suggest, as we follow in our group, let's have a poll and then continue. By example, I think if you come up with something 4 or 5, not 4 by, just take it 3 books. We can have a poll, conduct
Yes.
the participate the poll. If you would prefer, I think those who are joining morning, for example, we 7 8 people are joining regularly. So if you are interested in a specific book, conduct a poll and choose the particular book so that everyone will be in common. Not that we are transparent and we are informing everyone and we are deciding the book based on the number of preference. So we can post the poll and we can continue. If we have anything such, please let's decide the book today itself and have a full tomorrow and then announce day after tomorrow so that we can start session Monday onwards. And
Let me
I have
find.
one challenge. Yeah, I have
Yes.
one challenge from coming Monday onwards. I may join late. I wouldn't be able to again. So far, I think this book also I was able to start recording and stopping recording and all those things I was able to do. But the next meeting, I may not. I think at least a month, I won't be able to do that.
You will be
Uh,
there in the first half or the second half, Rajesh. So accordingly, we
okay,
can
okay,
divide like the recording part.
okay. See the recording part. I think second part, I maybe yeah. I will be able to reach home around 8 o'clock. Yeah, second part I will be available starting the
So
part.
we will. I can start it. So I will be there in the first
Okay,
part, anyways.
okay.
So I will be leaving a little early, around 7:30 or so. So after
But the
that, maybe if
problem,
you're there, you can
no,
just
no.
uh,
If you're leaving, then there will be problem for the recording, right? Because if you are starting from that the same session, for example, if you are starting, then leave the session, then join back.
Resumes.
Time
We'll,
session
we'll
will be there.
discuss it. We'll discuss it. Let's see.
Okay,
We can discuss
okay,
this
okay,
offline also because
okay.
others
Done,
are
done, done. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
getting
Understood.
not understanding what's going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
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 no
yeah.
problem. We'll
It's a
connect
comment from my
separately
side.
and we'll discuss and we'll figure out how to go about it because we have
Okay.
more people this time now. So let's plan it out. And also we need to decide on the books also. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay.
everyone.
Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Thank you, Anil. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Happy
Rajesh.
weekend.
Thank you. Bye
Yeah,
bye.
happy weekend
Happy
wishing
Thank
weekend.
you.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank
bless.
you.
Thank you, Anilji. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Rajesh ji, I have taken the notes. Huh? Okay. I am
We're taking
leaving.
notes, sir. Both
Uh-huh.
notes. So shall
Oh
I
yes.
start in the meeting?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can end the meeting.
Okay. Okay. Once again, congratulations, Anil. Super. You
Thank
did a
you.
great job.
Rajesh ji,
You
it's
feel
really
satisfaction.
nice that really initially I was thinking that I will complete, but I think it's for you that supported very much. Thank you.
Definitely. When we have a right intent, right, either me
Uh-huh.
or you will get support from anywhere. I think that you will get support from universe also. But you are in,
Right.
as long as if you are interested and your intent is genuine, you will get somewhere else. Not only this one, anything what you do, anything what we do.
Really, well, I can now I can imagine that the coming early in the morning and just be prepared. So normally what happen ki that when you are not leading, na, then you can come 15-10 minutes late also that but now just in the night itself I just prepare myself. I need to wake up in the morning. I need to
Mhm.
attend the class. So that's always
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, yeah.
correct.
It's always being attendee is something different and leading something different.
Yes.
Yeah, still you can lead with that lot of excuses. You can join late, but all those things, but you are going to lose your credibility. We are
Yes.
losing our hold. But
Mhm.
when we follow everything, when we follow the process, when we send the communication well in advance, join the meeting before somebody join, that always give you some hold and authority and confidence as well. No
Correct.
need to feel sorry about anyone, sorry about anything to anyone for missing out something. You did a great job. You feel proud about it and have a treat. Celebrate this moment. A small win.
Correct, correct. And just sharing the reading experience and summary, na, it's
Hmm.
a small thing, but I think when I share with the group that it create the interest among the group people. So
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
it's a very important to share because might be 1 or 2% joining today, but they read they it's always give and take, na. Just
Hmm.
in the last book that you have given so much of the learning, so always it's a give and take. So we all
Yeah,
share
yeah,
and
yeah.
learn the things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Rajesh ji.
Super,
Okay,
super. Congrats.
okay.